welcome. I hope you're all doing well today. Sorry I can't be here, I'm probably out having a coffee. Today I'm going to show you my edit of Worlds Collide. Now I love space edits. Anything to do with astronauts and space, I like it. If you're like me and you like space edits, just drop the word space in the comments below. Today I'm going to show you my process of how I created this edit using Photoshop. So without further ado, let's jump in and let's get started. So I already knew what my centerpiece was going to be, and it was going to be an astronaut. So once I know that, I start on the background straight away, adding two Earths looking like, and then an element which makes it look like it's going to collide with each other. After I add these, I add a moon because, hey, Earth has a moon, why not? Added a bit of contrast just to make it blend out the background a little bit better. Found some rocks, some asteroids to add in the foreground and around the astronaut of where I was going to place him. Once I found a few different colors of rocks and changed all the sizes and the angles and stuff, I put them in a group, copied and pasted, shrunk them so they were all different sizes once again. And then I found this astronaut. Any sort of picture that I'm going to use as my main picture, I always use the pen tool. I find it just cuts out nice and beautifully, because you don't want any like jagged edges, well I don't anyway personally, so the pen tool is my go-to. It does take me a bit longer though to cut anything out when I'm using a pen tool, but like I said, I believe it is all worth it. Now that I've cut my astronaut out, I place him in the center of about where I want him. I didn't like his face mask, the reflection, so I decided I was going to replace it. I found this other astronaut and I was like, yep, that looks good. I'll place that in there, add some contrast layer and darken it a little bit so it looks legit as part of that image. Found these spaceships because, hey, we're in space and, you know, I like spaceships, so threw them in there. I went and found some fire elements so I could add to those things, whatever they're called, the jets. So once I've sort of placed them all in where I want them, I cut out around where the fire shouldn't be. I erase those little bits to help it blend better, like it's really coming out of those engines. Once I've done that, I put them all into a screen blending mode. I added a bit of contrast to the ship and erased some of the contrast of where the light would be. I copied and pasted the flames for the second ship, put them in position like I did with the first one, cut out where the flames shouldn't be, and did the same thing with adding a contrast layer and erasing the darkness where the light should be, where all the flames were. So after adjusting some of the rocks a little bit to suit the picture a bit better of how I wanted it, I then started adding a hue adjustment layer for the Earth, a nice bluish color. I then added a hue adjustment layer to the astronaut just to add some nice highlights. This did take me a lot longer than I expected, but it's all worth it in the end. Once I was happy with the highlights, I added a second hue adjustment layer just to add some glow to the astronaut. I went back and then added a blue photo filter to the astronaut to help him blend in better. After that, added a hue adjustment layer to the spaceship to add some glow where it should be. I also added an exposure layer to darken where it should be darkened, and did the same process to the second spaceship. I added a hue adjustment layer to the rocks just to add a few more highlights to enhance that light or that glow. Once I did that, I added another hue adjustment layer to the spaceships, adding a nice blue color reflecting off the Earth's. And then I wanted to add some stars, so I found a brush that, you know, sort of represented some stars, threw some stars in there. Once all that was done, I merged it all together, went to the camera raw filter, but I was just, after doing it, after adding the raw filter, I just was not happy with it, with something in the picture, so I kept going back and forth, adjusting things, then camera raw filter again, then taking it away. I then decided to add some more rocks in front of the spaceman or astronaut. Went back, added another filter, took that filter back off. I figured out what it was. I wanted to readjust the Earth. I just felt like the angle wasn't right for the picture. So I went back, did that, touched it up a little bit. I then went back and finally added a camera raw filter, took my time with it, and really happy with the result. So after all of that, this is what I've come up with. Like I said, I'm really happy with it. I love the space art, I love the concept. If you guys love it, hit that like button, leave a comment, I'd love to hear from you guys. And obviously, do not forget to subscribe for more and hit that bell. I hope to see you all in my next video. Until then, see you later.